What is Slanky?
Whatever you want it to be. I've always said that from the start. It's the best and worst thing about it. It could be a magazine, it could be a clothing brand, it could be a freelance graphic design, it could be anything creative, I suppose.
SLANKY was created in 2021 by SLANKY. Since then, he has produced magazines, clothing, stickers, and even towels from the comfort of his own shed. I thought it was time to sit down and find out more about the man behind the brand. But first, I spoke to Lewis, a close friend of Isaac's, to discover what it has been like to watch SLANKY grow and support it over the past 3 years.
Isaac bought me my very first record.
Yeah.
Jamie T, okay? And this is while I wasn't doing too well in my spirit, so he wrote me a lovely message in Tipex on the front of it, packaged it all up. I've opened it 3 times to listen to the record just because I'm so scared of scratching this Tipex. I want to keep it forever. But everything he brings out, I feel like it's going to explode in a few years' time. So I've kept everything he's made.
Yeah.
And I've put it in the back of this record, because I'm keeping this record forever, that's no doubt. But if I can keep all these stickers with it, then it's just going to make me so happy.
So how have you seen Slanky grow?
Oh, Slanky grow. So before Slanky was a thing, me and Isaac used to meet at the pub, go for a few pool games and whatnot. And this is just before Slanky started. We were talking about how each other are doing and whatnot. And he was telling me he had this idea. He was telling me about this magazine and how it's going to be absolutely huge. And I loved it. Straight away I loved it. And I was so in. I was in on it. He was telling me about his t-shirts he's got in mind and all these other clothing. And I said, I'm there. I'll wear anything that you put out, because if it's going to be your design, it's going to be good.
All right.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
All good, all good.
I've now got my own physical and digital magazine. Done events, done clothing drops, been to Australia, done absolutely loads. I didn't go to uni, so it's all self-taught, but spread out across a lot of things. Like you're doing the writing, you're doing photography, editing, whatnot, and you're kind of stretching yourself so much that it's hard to be really good at one thing, if that makes sense. I want to try and just build throughout the year on specific bits and get better at them, I suppose. Print magazines went well, to be fair. Better than you'd think in the digital age that we're living in, but yeah, it's more not moving completely online. I'm not giving in completely, but it's more about moving things online in between doing physical stuff. So in between magazine drops, physical magazine drops, and merch drops, like that. Getting regular content online to help build the momentum. Because like the first magazine that I did, and the second one as well, both print issues, you kind of lock yourself away for like a couple of months at a time. And so it's hard to keep an online presence, I suppose.
Fridge is an independent vintage clothing shop based in Cambridge that has supported Isaac since the beginning. They have helped make the events possible and spread awareness of what SLANKY are doing. I was eager to find out more about the relationship between the two creatives.
Well, I remember him coming in and he came in, explained about the magazine. He was like a fresh college student, and he was like, oh, I'm doing this thing for my college project. And from there on, he was like, oh yeah, I'm just not sure what I'm going to do. Like, wasn't sure what he wanted to do with it. And then the next time he came in, so that was quite brief. And then the next time he came in, he was like, yeah, basically I've quit college and I'm just going to go for this. I'm going to take this, like, this is going to be my thing. That was like the first sort of encounter that I had with SLANKY magazine, and respected it from the day, because he was just like I'm done with it and I'm going to do it myself. When he did like the first edition of the magazine, it wasn't just, obviously he had a few big names on the covers, but he was also looking for like up and coming, small time creatives and local creatives. I know he loves like his Cambridge heads that are like coming out and doing creative stuff. So, and that for me is like completely parallel to what I want to do here.
So obviously with being self-funded and me doing all the work, I can't afford to go and pay some like industry photographer like £300, £400 to do a shoot. As much as I'd love to, but I can't. So a way around that is kind of offering opportunities to young creatives who can't perhaps find the paid work straight away. So by offering them the opportunity to shoot the photographs for the front cover of the magazine. They can then add that to their portfolio. It hasn't cost us anything, but we've then also offered someone else the opportunity. So it helps us as much as it helps them. And then from that, they can then go and get more paid work in the industry, hopefully.
It's been a good thing to be part of then. Like, so
100%.
how I know we've done a few events recently. How would you describe them, or how would you describe meetups or something to do with Slanky?
These events are like, he's getting the whole group together. He's getting everyone he knows together and more. People can buy the tickets all they want, but getting the group together again from back in secondary school is absolutely mad, because it's almost like a reunion. There's so many people that you know that you haven't seen for a long time, and the only reason you are seeing them is because of what Isaac's doing.
He's definitely very hardworking. He's got like his head screwed on with what he wants, and like, especially when we ran the events, I almost felt a little bit guilty of like not really knowing or being able to do much, because he was doing all the graphics, all the posters, chatting to all the, like, getting us into all the nightclubs, like sorted it with the guy at the Orator. We were just fronting the name and hopefully bringing a few people.
Events wise, we've done one in London and one in Cambridge last year. Going to do loads more this year, and then yeah, festival might happen at one day. But that's a lot of planning, a lot. We want events to be like kind of like a safe space where people can come and just get a break from the chaos of everyday life at the minute, because it's a pretty hectic world we live in. All while also offering the opportunities to young up-and-coming DJs and music artists. So the one we did in Cambridge, for example, last year, we had Tommy Villiers from Piri and Tommy, which was nice. That helped us out a lot, getting a big name down. But then also some literally local DJs that work in shops around Cambridge. Yeah, buy a hoodie, come to an event. Yeah, it's what we put them on for try and get a break from the chaos of where we live at the minute.